are glad to have you join us on our Sunday news package, where we bring to you a potpourri of interesting reports for your viewing pleasure. Tonight on our package, Governor Biodun Oyebanji relieves Akogun Abayomi Olumide of his position as chairman, Microcredit and Enterprise Development Agency over misconducts. From the pulpit this Sunday, Christians admonished to know and follow the doctrine of Jesus Christ. Wait, when last did you go for a medical checkup? This is a question one of our reports is asking tonight. Plus, what a man can do, a woman can do better and even best. This is a story of the first female commercial Okada rider in Ekiti State. I'm telling you, it is a must-watch report. These and more have been lined up for your viewing pleasure this Sunday evening, and I'll be glad to have you accompany me. I am Olukemi Sani. Christians have been admonished to know and follow the doctrine of Jesus Christ and not that of a man-made. This was the central message from some of the churches covered this Sunday in Ado Ekiti. Gloria Ogaga is our guide.
Thanksgiving and spirit. Christians across Ado Ekiti today joined millions around the world to observe Sunday service, with members gathering for prayers, thanksgiving and spiritual reflection. Ministering at the Voice of the Cross Fellowship Mission Ado Ekiti, the presiding minister, Pastor Benjamin Afolabi, enjoined Christians to know and follow the doctrine of Christ and not man-made doctrines of religion. He stressed that the doctrine of Christ is the will of God and the only way to salvation.
The doctrines of the church that we are looking at is not man-made. They are of God. They are the doctrines of God. They are the word of God and the teachings of Christ. I'm employing all believers to make sure they know the doctrines of God, and not that one alone, to be the doer of the doctrines of God.
At the Assemblies of God, Bashiri, the sermon was centered on the Christian race, where the presiding minister, Pastor Olushola Alonge, reminded believers of the Christian race and the goal to emerge as winners and not losers.
The Christian race is a race that everybody has to be strong. It is a requirement that God required every one of us to run. And the ultimate goal is that every one of us, we must win the race. I encourage every Christian that whatever situation we might find ourselves, in every situation that is confronting us, in this world, in our family, even in our places of work, remember that you are on the Christian race.
At the Gateway Baptist Church, Bashiri, Ado Ekiti, Reverend Peter Olayomi gave his message on the visitation of the Lord. He admonished Christians to look forward to God's visitation as an opportunity for the restoration of his people and the actualization of God's plan. He also enjoined Christians to be hopeful and pray for God's visitation in their lives.
The visitation of God brings restoration plan of God. There is expectation of God that He desires that you and I must. There is a plan God has already arranged for us, and it will be out of place if we refuse to get to that place.
For many Christians, the service not only reminded them of the will and plans of God for their lives after a week of work and daily activities, but also served as an opportunity for spiritual renewal. In Ado Ekiti, Gloria Ogaga, NTA News.
500 women traders and small-scale business owners in Ekiti State have benefited from the renewed hope initiative of the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu, aimed at improving the living status of women across the country. Tayo Osho has details.
The scheme, which is one of the programs of the Renewed Hope Initiative, is designed to empower 18,500 women across Nigeria. 500 women from each of the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory will receive 50,000 naira each to strengthen and recapitalize their small businesses. During the launch of the scheme in Ekiti State, the First Lady Oluwemi Tinubu, who was represented by the wife of Ekiti State Governor, Dr. Olayemi Oyebanji, described the initiative as a direct intervention to support hard-working women who provide for their families in educating their children and uplifting their communities. She urged beneficiaries to invest wisely for sustainable growth, adding that the program will be continuous towards empowering more women.
It is a grant and a seed of renewed hope to help you recapitalize your existing businesses. It is my firm belief that when you empower a woman, you empower a household, a community, and indeed a nation.
Some beneficiaries expressed gratitude, describing the support as a lifeline for their businesses.
I am thanking her for the grace God has given to her to look into us, the small business owners. It's not everybody that will think about us, but Mama has considered us her children to make life better for us.
The Renewed Hope Initiative is the flagship social intervention program of the First Lady's Office, focusing on economic empowerment, health, education, agriculture, and social welfare. In Ado Ekiti, Tayo Osho, NTA News.
Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji has relieved Akogun Abayomi Olumide of his position as chairman of Microcredit and Enterprise Development Agency. In a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Olayinka Oyebode, stated that the removal was as a result of gross misconduct and dereliction of duty. The sacked chairman has been directed to hand over all government properties in his custody to the agency immediately. Sunday Delight will go for a short break to be back with more reports. Do stay with us.
Something sacred step in the heart of Ijiro, where the sun kisses ancient roofs and the land speaks in rhythms. Something sacred stirs. Here, culture is not just preserved, it is lived. Dances, drums, it's raw. The voices of ancestors and whispers through the laughter of children. For centuries, Ijiro has stood the guardian of kings and kings of tradition and transformation. This year, we return not just to witness, but to become part of the legacy. August 18, 2025, the drums will rise again, the streets will move, the throne will speak, and the people will be seen. Itajo is not just a festival, it is a heartbeat in homecoming, a history book written with feet, fire, and freedom. Come and write your name in the sands of sacred celebration. Itajo 2025. Ajodo Ninja Ijiru.
On Sunday Delight from Nta Ado Ekiti. During the outgone week, Nigerian youth joined their counterparts across the world to commemorate International Youth Day. In this report, Stella Jeremiah takes a look at the fate of these youth in the Nigerian electoral process. The reports.
Nigerian youths between the ages of 18 to 35 represent a significant and growing portion of the electorate. These youths, who are supposed to be actively involved in politics, are often sidelined. They are often left out when it comes to politics. Many times, their role in elections is limited or misused through vote rigging, election violence, or being used by politicians for selfish reasons. Moreover, the rules and systems in Nigerian politics makes it harder for young people to take part. Even though the Not Too Young Run to Law was passed to allow younger people to run for offices, most political parties still avoid choosing young candidates. These and many other challenges keep many youths from getting real chances to lead or to be fully involved in the political process. Respondents share their thoughts on the participation of youth in electoral activities in Nigeria.
Yes, actually the youth are always interested in participating, and we have always given our best to make sure Nigerian election is successful.
Okay, we should actually start from also building ourselves also to become we are aspiring to be the leaders. We should start developing ourselves from that aspect. So maybe when they see that, it's not actually that they didn't see, but I don't know, maybe it's the way of corruption or the way that actually have covered their face and they are not giving them the privilege to allow us to rule.
Stakeholders believe that sensitization, civic engagement, and empowerment can create opportunities for the youth to be part of the political activities, as most youths aspire to take up leadership roles in the nearest future.
So let the youth try it to see what will happen, whether the nation will go up or not.
I think it will be the best for us. They should give the youth also the privilege to also rule.
To make things better, observers are of the opinion that recognizing the potentials of youth can be used as a tool for empowerment to encourage young people to get more active in politics. In Ado Ekiti, Stella Jeremiah, NTA News.
Give youth the chance. And still on Sunday Delights, the importance of regular medical checkup has for long been emphasized by medical experts. This is to enable the early detection and prevention of illnesses, sicknesses, diseases, and even death. In this report, Gloria Ogaga takes a look at people's attitude to medical checkup.
It has been said that regular health checkups cut death risks by half. Checkup tests like full physical examination, blood pressure, blood tests on cholesterol, blood sugar, and weight assessments should be done regularly, at least once a year. Although most people agree that regular checkups are important, they cite financial problems and lack of time as reasons for not going for regular medical checkups unless there is an emergency.
No. One thing about, most especially we in the third country, is because of the economy. You know, the economy is not smiling, the means of living and other things. So for people to go for medical checkup is good, but sometimes they miss.
I never go that side, but I go soon go back. I go soon go that side.
Other residents are of the view that regular checkups are important as they help one to be aware of any impending health challenge.
I do go for medical checkup because it's good to know your status, to do HIV test, to do FBS, full blood count, to know where your blood is. Maybe your blood is still okay for your body.
It's very important for a person to go and do checkup. Most of people, then when they just feel somehow, they go take leave, everything to eat it like that.
A medical practitioner, Dr. Oweyemi Ayodeji, citing the importance of medical checkup to include early detection, prompt management, and care to avoid deterioration and death, stressed the need for regular medical checkups even when one is not sick.
Common checking of blood pressure alone may help us detect a lot of things, and also there are some regular blood checks, sugar check, cholesterol level, and kidney checks that can be done. So with this, it helps us to quickly see what is happening in the body and be able to mitigate any impending danger as early as possible.
Prevention, the medical expert says, is better and cheaper than cure, while emphasizing that health is very vital, as without it, one will not be able to work or go about his or her daily business. He advises citizens to adopt preventive healthcare measures and prioritize regular checkups for a healthy lifestyle. In Ado Ekiti, Gloria Ogaga, NTA News.
Yes, I quite agree with you, Gloria, that prevention is better and cheaper than cure. And of course, a stitch in time saves 9. So medical checkup is very essential. Muslims have been enjoined to seek Islamic knowledge, to uphold the teachings of the Holy Quran, and let its dictates be their guiding principles. This came to the fore at the Wolimatu Quran and award presentation of the Madrasatu Taku Fatil Islamiyya Ado Ekiti. Ayodeji Ogunshakin was there and now reports.
That procession by the students of Madrasatu Taku Fatil Islamiyya Ado Ekiti signaled the beginning of the Wolimatu Quran, an event that will remain evergreen in the history of the Islamic school and the students. There were recitation from the portions of the Holy Quran as well as hadith of the Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ by the students of the Arabic school, as well as display of knowledge through memorization to the admiration of parents and the gathering. Of the occasion, Alhaji Abdulgani Adikeye congratulated students and the Arabic school for the success story, saying it is part of the fulfillment of Islamic religion to seek Quranic knowledge to be rightly guided in this world. He expressed joy that this set of students are not only pride of Islam, but we also add positive value to the society. Proprietor of the Islamic school, Alhaji Abdul Fatai Olorunkemi, thanked God for making the dream a reality, saying the students have been taught the tenets of Islam that could make them rooted in Islam and also make them stand shoulder high among their peers.
They want to showcase the knowledge that they have acquired there. So, and they want to tell their parents that we are satisfied with the character and the studies.
Guest lecturer Sheikh Abdulhakim Afenifere, who is also the state missioner, Korib, Ekiti State, said the graduating students should rejoice for the exposure to Islamic and Quranic knowledge. He urged them to hold the Quran in high esteem, saying, whoever learn from the Quran and make use of it will have the good of this world and hereafter. The President General League of Imams and Nafa in the Southwest, Edo and Delta State, Alhaji Jamiu Okeolere, congratulated the graduate students and urged them not to deviate from what they've learned. High point of the event was the reading from the portions of the Holy Quran, supervised by the President General League of Imams and Nafa in the Southwest, Edo and Delta State, Alhaji Jamiu Okeolere, which affirmed that the graduating students have fulfilled learning process at the Madrasatu as well as presentation of certificates.
I'm very happy because at first I felt a little bit nervous, but I'm okay. I wish to make use of knowledge by teaching others what I've gained so far, and I'm trying to make use of knowledge for those who don't understand about Islam. So with the little knowledge I have, I can be able to convince them.
I'm very happy that I'm graduating today. I gained some things, knowledge from my ustaz and my imam.
I read Quran, they teach us Quran, they tell us some stories about the Prophet and the Khalifa of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
It's not something that is new.
There were presentation of awards to the serving individuals as well as posthumous awards. The event had in attendance dignitaries from far and near, including the General Manager of the Nigerian Television Authority, Nta Ado Ekiti, Alhaji Ishaq Ayo Akonde. In Ado Ekiti, Ayodeji Ogunshakin, NTA News.
And congratulations to the graduates. The Nigerian Television Authority says it has the capacity and mandate to showcase the rich cultural heritage and unique tourist attractions in Nigeria to the outside world. The General Manager, Nta Ado Ekiti, Ishaq Ayo Akonde, stated this during a courtesy visit to the Ikogosi Warm Springs Resort and Conference Center, Ikogosi Ekiti. Adogbeji Ojegba was there and now reports.
Ikogosi Warm Springs Resort is known for its unique natural attraction and beautiful scenery, coupled with its surrounding lush forest and the peaceful, relaxing ambience it has to offer those who seek a home away from home. This is what made the management of Nta Ado Ekiti, led by its general manager, to seek audience with the management of the resort center on how NTA can further help in showcasing the tourism potentials it has to offer to a wider clientele. The general manager, Ado Ekiti, said the visit is meant to bring the new innovations and derivatives which was hitherto non-existent to the outside world and ensure that the success recorded since their management took over the running of the resort is appreciated.
There is a symbiotic relationship between media and tourism. So the management of Nta Ado Ekiti has come here to have a courtesy visit and discussion with the management of the Ikogosi. They have given the assurance that we are going to work together. So I can tell the people, not only in Ekiti State, not only within Nigeria, but to the world, that they are going to see what is going on in this resort. We are going to work together.
High Chief Ayo Ademiluwa, who spoke on behalf of the general manager of the resort, Sharafa Balogun, commended the management of Nta Ado Ekiti for the visit and spoke on the changes that has transformed the vision of the founders of the resort and assured the management of NTA that the resort is ready to partner with NTA in showcasing the attribute that has endeared their clients and makes them feel comfortable in the Ikogosi Warm Springs Resort and Conference Center.
I had a discussion with the GM of NTA as far a symbiotic relationship between the Ikogosi Warm Spring and Nigeria Television Authority in general, not only Ado Ekiti. And I've just made my voice known that I will cascade whatever the decision of the leadership is to the general manager as far having a relationship that will be mutually beneficial to both parties.
Highlight was a guided tour of the resort where the general manager and others were intimated of the historical, health benefits and the scientific discoveries of Ikogosi Warm Spring Resort.
I have seen just two water from this meeting point, which is cold water and the warm water. But at this meeting point, we have 4 different types of water. So we have 2 different types of warm water, and we have 2 different types of cold water. All these waters are coming from different sources. That's why we are going to see the water from 3 places.
Ikogosi Warm Springs Resort is located in the tranquil town of Ikogosi in Ekiti State, Nigeria. This unique natural spring resort is the only place in the world where warm and cold waters flow side by side and confluence with each other, maintaining its thermal properties. Surrounded by breathtaking terrains, Ikogosi Warm Springs Resort is a special place to relax, recharge, rejuvenate, and experiencing unforgettable memories. From Ikogosi, Adebeji Ojeba, NTA News.
To relax and to re-energize. What a great experience for the management of the NTA Ado Ekiti. And now to our story of what a man can do, a woman can do better. When 33-year-old Mary Daniel Owolade, a mother of 4 and a native of Oshimili in Delta State, married 43-year-old Benedict Owolade of Igbaro Ado Ekiti 12 years ago, venturing into riding commercial motorcycle for a living was the last thing on her mind, as such a business for women was completely strange to her. But something terrible happened, and this turned her into a commercial Okada rider. How does Mary become the first female Okada rider in Ekiti State? This is the report.
In the bustling streets of Ado Ekiti, engines roar, tires roll, and a small figure in helmet waves through traffic. At first glance, you might think it's just another commercial Okada rider, but this one is different. Beneath the helmet is Mary Daniel Owolade, a mother of 4
carrying our family's future on two wheels. Female keke riders are not new to this city, but Mary is the first female Okada rider many here have ever seen. Engrossed in bargaining with a passenger, her energy could easily be mistaken for that of a man. But look closely, and the man whose bike you are about to board is a determined woman fighting against the odds.
There's one day he traveled to Lagos, then he dropped some money for us. So the money now finished. I now call him that we didn't have, there's no money we can use to feed ourselves again. So since that day, I noticed that I did not respond. So, and he dropped the bike for us. So I now think that let me try this bike, because I know how to ride bike. So I just carry the bike. So that's why I wake up very early, around 5 o'clock. And I wear in clothes, dress like man. So I carried the bike, went to town, carry people, because that day, if I carry some people, let's say man, they don't know that I'm a woman. After paying me my money, I will not call the person, come, do you know that this person that carry you is a woman? So he will say, I'm not sure.
In the beginning, passengers were reluctant to ride with her, but Mary's dedication, skill and impressive work ethic soon won them over. Today, she is recognized on her Ojoba of Nta Ado Ekiti and Omisho Jano routes.
I'm very comfortable because since we becoming since, he's even driving more than a man. She's very expert.
Respected by colleagues who call her humble, hardworking and a devoted mother.
She's very, very hardworking. She's a woman like man.
Mary's journey into this male-dominated trade was not by choice. It began when her husband, Benedict Owolade, lost one of his sides to cataract. Their once thriving poultry and piggery business collapsed.
That if I work late in the night, sometimes I won't be able to see the road clearly anymore. So after then I complained to my wife that it's like I can't go with this business anymore, that I want to sell the bike. But my wife was persuading me that I should not sell the bike. That is my only male child, and we happen to be my last born. He's just 3 years old, but we notice the way he looks at something. So after we consulted some people about his behavior, they now told us that maybe he had the eyes challenge.
With bills mounting and mouth to feed, Mary decided to take over the bike. She says it is far better than being idle or losing her pride.
I want Nigeria to help me, because I'm suffering a lot. I'm passing what I did not expect, to assist me, because I don't want to do Okada again. The Okada that I'm doing, I'm not convinced at all.
With her hustle, Mary carrying the weight of rent, school fees, food and medical bills alone, which she says is becoming unbearable. In Ado Ekiti, Olukemi Sani, NTA News. Well-meaning Nigerians, corporate organizations, please rise to our need, because she says the burden is too much for her to bear. And on that note, we have come to the end of this week's edition of Sunday Delights. Join us again next week Sunday for another fresh stories. Until then, remain blessed.
Excellency.